Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica and this is Sailorette.Plans. This week in my planner, this week right here, we are going to be doing kind of like an anniversary spread because, let me zoom you out. There we go. I zoomed you out a little bit. So this week in my planner is my anniversary. It's also my wedding anniversary. We got together on that same date. It's actually been 11 years now. So this, one of our first dates is actually going to see Beauty and the Beast in theaters. So I thought I would do a Beauty and the Beast theme, and I know it's such a cliche to use florals with princesses. I know that. But I grabbed, I think it's just a classic, you know, like it's beautiful. So I really, first of all of these, of all the floral books that I have, none of them have roses, like a true red rose. I don't know why that is, but I know there's a lot of reds in the princess sticker book and yellow, so I thought this would look really gorgeous. This sticker book from Posh Summer Live Love Posh. I also used some golden boxes out of colorful boxes. Now this is like 4 or 5 of this sticker book into one. I just kind of like, there's nothing to it really. I just ripped all the pages out and kept the cover and the covers, like the front and the back of one of them, and yeah, it's like a hodgepodge. I'm going to say this now. I say this in every single video, and I'm sorry for those that have been watching consistently, but disclaimer, I live on a boat. This is why my name is Sailorette.Plans, because I live and travel full-time on a sailboat, and there is going to be movement on the boat, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about that to prevent that. And also you may hear some creaks and some odd sounds, and I also can't really do much about that, so hopefully that adds to the ambiance of my Sailorette.Plans channel. But okay, let's dive right in. I just want to show you what I'm using. I'm using Belle from these 2 sticker books, and then there is no Belle in this one for some reason, or in one of them there's no Belle. Okay, so one of these doesn't have Belle in them, and I was just going to use like the quotes in the back. And then I used rainbow boxes from Mojo Jojo. So yeah, and then I already kind of like pre-planned to help this video kind of go along, you know, because otherwise we would be here for hours and hours, and I don't know that you would like that. I just don't know. So I hope you don't mind, but I realized that like this Sunday I didn't really do anything. Yes, I am back planning. I just came back from my Florida trip. I'm currently living in Guatemala, so like my husband and I went to Florida, and we brought back so many things, and I also got some stationery goods. So if you're interested in watching my stationery haul, the link will be in the description down below. Yeah, today's actually Monday, like in February already, and I need to catch up in my planner, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so I thought I would actually flip these, you know, like I think that would work better, because like Sunday I didn't do much, so I might like put Beauty and the Beast here. But yeah, let's get started. Let's just get started. Okay, how about this? My friend Christina gave me this. I forgot to include that in the haul, but she gave me this like sheet. It's like plastic, and it's meant for you to like pre-plan before you put your stickers down. And yeah, so if you see me going off to the side, It's because that's where my stickers are. And I don't want to cut off too much of him. Oh, let me get scissors. So I wanted to start off with the florals. And yes, I just saw on Elaine on Paper, like I just saw her Instagram, and she just posted a few hours ago, Tangled. And her inspiration was like the painting, because like she like Rapunzel. Oh no. See, this is like a, do you see what I'm using to plan? It's not a parchment paper. It's like, it's one of those plastic sheet protectors. And I'm noticing that the stickiness has like gone away a lot. Anyways, as I was saying, so like I can never think of what else to pair princesses with, like ever. And I just saw Elaine on Paper use like paint splotches with Tangled, and I just thought it was creative and beautiful. I mean, she is just super creative, like beyond, like one of the most creative people ever. And my Stitch spread, Stitch Makes a Splash spread, was inspired by Desiree as well as Elaine on Paper. So yeah, if you're interested in watching that, I could leave a link in the description box if you want. Just gonna cut around this. Okay. Now I'm thinking, you don't have to white out the back. Like, you're not even gonna see this. Just for picture purposes, I'm going to white this out. And yeah, I could do this. There's gonna be a lot of whiting out. Like, I never know to leave this part in, like while I'm using whiteout or not, because I don't know what you're interested in. Like, for me, I like to watch it, but I don't know if you do, so comment down below and let me know. Like, do you like seeing that? Like, do you like to see the whiteout process, or you're okay with skipping it? Totally not offended by that at all. Just want to know the truth, you know? Okay. So like, I pre-planned this, but then I pre-planned this last night. And as I was watching the show Manifest, has anyone watched that show? It's on Netflix, and it's so, like, I just love watching it. It's addicting. And so I was doing this last night, and yeah, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, well, let's change it up. And I'll probably look at this tomorrow or another time and change it up, and I will surely update you. My one-handed self will update you. If you know, you know. If you watch my other videos, you will see that that I do that a lot and have like a tendency of just not leaving the spread alone. And I feel like I need to share the changes or the additions that I make to my spread. I feel like I need to share them. I don't know. I just do. I forgot to white this out. Okay. Okay, so I may or may not like fast forward or do voiceovers because yeah, like in some parts I'm a little bit quiet, so you know the deal if you've watched some of my videos. And this quote says, "Fall in love with your life." I know it's probably a little hard to see. Okay, so I did decide to do the fast forward. I hope that's okay for like the rest of the majority of the video. But even though I did sort of pre-plan this the night before, like I said, while watching the show called Manifest, I decided to change things up. So I was using what I had pre-planned more or less as a guideline, and my right side of the page got way heavier, like way busier in the week than my left side, so I really wanted to switch things up. Yeah, so like this part of the week got pretty darn busy. And as a result, I wanted to make sure that the roses border was on the thinner side, so that way I would have more room for writing and journaling. Use that little bit of leftover rose there at the bottom. Now I am just trying to see what goes best here, and I have never really been used to using these checklists, but I am making more of an effort in using them. That little sticker says you and me. I thought that was so cute to fill in that little space there next to Belle and the Beast. And now I have a profound tip to share with you. I'll tell you what, this works out better than parchment paper because this has literally been sitting for a long time, since last night, so it works better than parchment, so I recommend that if you don't want to spend money on one of these. And I hope that you have enjoyed that little bit of a tip there that I shared. I thought it was funny. So here I had already created a little bit of clusters when I pre-planned, and I wanted to include Mrs. Pod and her cute little chip cup, and the red rose, of course, the classic red rose. And I made sure to alternate colors, so there's a golden box, a blue box that's lined, and a yellow box. On the right side, I'm adding this mirror, and on the mirror I added a sticker that said travel, because that day, on the 26th of Thursday, we did a lot of traveling. We were leaving Miami, Florida, traveling to Guatemala. And again, making sure that I add boxes that are alternating. So on Saturday the 29th, it's a yellow box, the 28th is a blue, and the 27th is a golden box that has the little rose on there. Now flipping through this sticker book and trying to find some quote that speaks to me, and this one that I chose says, "Live a life full of love," and isn't that the darn truth? I feel like without it we would just be really lonely and really sad, so love is what makes the world go round, in my sappy humble opinion. So this border really is coming along quite nicely, just adding little bits and bobs over on the right hand side. I know that the left hand corner is a little bit more heavy-handed than the rest of the page, and I tried to compensate that by adding that big floral on Thursday the 26th. But I keep cutting, if you're wondering. Like, I will put a flower down and cut, put another flower down and cut, and yes, this does take more time, but I like to use the leftover bits for other areas that might need it. So this is just my method of creating the border. And this is my first time really experimenting with that. Right there, I was working on a bubble that had kind of kinked up on that golden box on Monday. But oh, and now I'm using whiteout to white out underneath just for picture purposes. I don't always do this, but anyways, back to what I was saying, that I believe this is my first time experimenting with creating a border, especially a floral border. I have seen Michelle over on Plan on It and on Instagram. Her name is Jessica and her handle is Planned with Turquoise Turtle Dove. She does borders all the time, and I just wanted to try something new. And though this border isn't perfect or isn't the most symmetrical border that you will probably ever see, I really had a wonderful time, a really good time at creating this for the first time in my Erin Condren spread. And I really need to remind myself to do this more often, to experiment. So yeah, now grabbing a book because we need a book. Belle is a reader, and I love that about her. I also really enjoy reading as well, and I recently finished reading a book club book actually called Daughter of the Pirate King, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it was a really good book. I was super fast. I loved talking about it. So I may create a video on that coming in the next week or two. If you're interested, let me know in the comments section down below. And now I'm just grabbing this little tiny bell icon that says friend time, because while in Florida I certainly did spend quite a bit of time with friends. Well, as much time as I could, because I mean I was only there for like 6 days, I believe. But I spent time with my Floridian friends that are like born and raised there. But also I met some sailor friends here in Guatemala. Their names are Megan and Travis. They do not watch this type of video, so I don't expect them to like know that I'm like giving them a shout out. But yes, Megan and Travis, they are from the States, and they were actually sailing from Mexico. So they left Guatemala, then they sailed to Mexico, and they were literally arriving in Key West, or is it Marathon, which is one of the keys in the Florida Keys. And yeah, so like we booked a hotel down there for a night, and we met up with them, and we even watched Avatar. So that was a really good time. And it's just so crazy how like we flew there and then they sailed there. So it's just, this world is so small, and I really, really love that about sailing and traveling in general. Anyhow, I grabbed this Hell of a Plan dated sticker. I to reach out for this more often, and I'm just using plain old white dated stickers because the days of the week, I almost don't know if I should have gone with yellow, but it's really hard to see. So I wanted something that is a little bit neutral, since I did go with a lighter color up there. So yeah, and I decided I'll go back and trim down each and every one of those circles because they are too big, and if you can tell, they kind of go off the page a little bit. So yeah, it was a little tedious, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make a cute spread, you know? Now grabbing A Year of Planning from Whimsy Luck, and grabbing this anniversary, just looking to see if there are any other words that I could use. I find that I reach for this sticker book more and more often. I really have said this before, but I really love the lettering in the back of the book. And just adjusting that golden checklist, I thought, you know, it looked a little funny, and what if I layered it better on top of that yellow box, but then I just decided to put it right back where it belonged. Next, I am grabbing this Make It Happen golden quote, Make It Happen golden quote from this Park Lane sticker book that I got from Joann's. Okay, I think we are finished. What do we think? It's very full. It's very red and yellow with pops of blue. I hope that I've inspired you in any way. I know that this isn't like totally original. It's just a classic. You know, this is my second princess flowers and princess spread that I've made in honor of my anniversary. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it, or comment down below. I just would love to connect with you in any kind of way possible, and this is why I make these videos, is so that I can be more involved in the planner community that I love and support so very much. But yeah, also if you would so kindly consider subscribing to my channel, it would mean the world to me. It is free after all. And yeah, I tried to make videos at least twice a week, so if that's something that you're interested in, yeah, hit subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bon voyage!